can see there's somebody else there joining me. Hi, Andrew. Good morning. How are you? Lovely to see you. Let's take ourselves down onto our mats. As I said, we're going into hero's pose, Virasana. So place a cushion or a block between the bottom and the heels, just to take the pressure off the knees. So not over doing it on the knees. Still early in the morning. Be kind to your body. You're going to wake up gradually. Don't go into it too strong, too powerful just yet. So today I'm going to take a mudra for purity. So this is to do with being fresh, feeling fresh and clean. It's a little bit complicated to explain, so I'll do so The thumb, pointer finger of the left hand squeezes together, and then take the middle finger and the ring finger together. There's a space between the ring finger and the little finger. So the right hand comes in, scoops in, and the thumb goes in that V shape between the little finger and the ring finger. And you press your thumb at the base of the other thumb. So the other thumb to the base of the other thumb. And then you wrap your four fingers around the little finger. So it's like you're grabbing hold of the little finger with four fingers, and the thumb goes to the base of the other thumb. So this is for purity. So really grab there onto that little finger and rest your right hand into your lap. So I've got one little man coming across the screen there. That's my son, Callum. He's left his phone in here, so thankfully he's come to fetch it. So here we go, the purity mudra. Closing the eyes now, reaching the crown of the head up to the sky. Feel the length of the spine, long and tall. And then just gently ease the shoulders down away from the ears. And take your chin in towards your chest ever so slightly, so a little tuck of the chin. And as you do so, feel the lengthening of the back of the head and the reaching up of the crown up to the sky. So soften into the face, relax your neck and shoulders, your arms. Feeling alert and upright, but not rigid. And drawing your attention now from the room into the body. Starting to feel sensations in the body, checking in with yourself today. This is your self-care practice, your practice just for you, nobody else. So setting aside any ego, any competition, just practice as you feel you need to, your true inner self, and listen to your bodies. If any time you feel you need to rest, then rest. Listen to the signals and be kind and gentle. Checking in with your breath, your life force, fresh new energy, pure clean energy coming in through the nose, out through the nose. So think of breathing in fresh, bright white light, like that lovely snow that fell last Sunday, purifying, cleaning, refreshing. Exhaling through the nose and letting go of any darkness, any negativity, any doubt, anything that doesn't serve you. Exhaling, letting go. Follow your breath intimately now. And notice the sensations in the body from the tip of the nose all the way down to the belly. All of those places that your breath touches. And then picture your breath beginning to extend and reach every part of your body. Drawing in that fresh, bright white energy in, cosmic, universal energy. And then feeling that fresh, pure energy radiating, permeating every cell, every part of you. If it works for you, start to use your ujjayi sound to your breath. swirling and further energizing the vibration of your energy coming in. You can even picture in your inner mind's eye that when you're breathing in, that there's like a funnel above your head, and that white, bright light is pouring down and funneling down through the crown of your head and swirling and vortexing down through the body. It's going through the nose, I know, but picture this as a image in your mind. Imagine this energy swirling, vortexing down into the body, funneling in, and then spreading out throughout the body. And to take our energy up a little bit more, let's tone together 3 ohms. So taking a breath in to start. So feeling the sound within you, the energy within you vibrating at a higher frequency, receiving energy from the universe around you. Now setting your intention, your resolve. You can even call it a prayer. Whatever words you wish to describe it, you don't have to even call it anything, but something that deeply resonates for you. It could be love, it could be health, well-being, whatever serves you for the higher good. Repeat your intention as many times as you need to now. Picture it bright, light-filled, detailed, colourful. Make it clear and definite in your inner mind's eye. And place those words in this present moment, in the present tense. Feel their energy lift inside of you. And now a little metta. May I be well. May I be loved. May I be safe. May I be at peace. May we all be well. May we all be loved. May we all be safe. May we all be at peace. May the world be well. May the world be safe. May the world be loved. May the world be at peace. Bringing yourself back to the space by opening up your eyes, but keeping the focus and attention on your energy inwards. Let's come over onto our knees. Have your blocks and straps, your little props that you might need for Ardha Chandrasana when we do that half moon to the side, or your strap when you take yourself into any standing poses where you're taking hold of the foot and you need to reach the foot with a strap. Have everything to hand. But first, let's place ourselves into tabletop. Spreading the fingers wide, pointer finger or middle finger facing the top of the mat. I do my pointer fingers, and then spinning the inner creases of your elbows forward. So really shining your biceps to point forwards. Feel the openness occur across the chest as you do so. So your hands are shoulder width apart, stacking below the shoulders, and then checking your knees beneath the hips, hip distance apart, and the tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Begin to engage into your bandhas now. So lift into the perineum, the pelvic floor. Squeeze and pull and lift. It's like you're trying to draw a drawstring in, and then drawing the string up towards your heart center. Drawing your navel in, really scoop the belly in, engage into your abdominals, so navel to spine. We're going to take a little cat-cow to start, so inhale. Lifting the heart, tailbone, dropping the belly down towards the mat. Lift your gaze up to the sky. Exhale, press into the mat with your shins, your hands. Dome that space between the shoulder blades. Draw your chin down towards your chest. Scoop the belly up even more. So inhaling into your cow. Exhaling, move with your breath. Fluid movements, fluid flow, fluid energy. Let's do that a few times, but you do it in your own breath timing. If it helps to focus, close your eyes. Keep the focus and attention inwards, flowing with your breath, flowing with your movements. Do one more of each here. And then back to a neutral spine. And then let's add in tiger. So we're going to lift your left leg, point the toes up to the sky as you lift your chest. So the top half is doing the cow position. And then exhale, draw your knee to nose or forehead, and then drop it down. So on the breath in, the foot lifts, the chest and gaze lifts, the heart lifts. And then on the exhale, really draw that knee up to nose or chin or forehead, whichever you can reach, doming the space, and then you neutralize the spine. So breath in to lift, chest, head, heart and gaze. Exhale to tuck everything over the other way, and then drop it down. Do two more on each side, finishing on the one that you didn't start with. So make sure you do an even amount each side. Back to neutral tabletop. Balancing table now, so reaching right arm, left leg, extend the foot, flex. Exhale, this time we're going to draw elbow to knee, then place it down. Inhale to extend, keep looking down to the floor, neutral spine. It doesn't curve this time, it's keeping completely static. So reaching into your tabletop on a breath in, then exhale with control. Draw your elbow to your knee, then place it down. So really trying to keep a static torso. Engage into those bandhas, into your abdominals to stabilize the body so it doesn't move. See if you can just move the arm and the leg. You can just minimize all of the movement in the torso. Do one more each side. Fluid breath, steady breath, ujjayi breath. Hands back down. Tucking the toes, let's hover the knees off the mat. So hovering the knees, squeeze and lift into the belly, hold it here. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up onto the tippy toes, lift the hips up, straighten the legs out, then pedal your legs. Downward facing dog. Draw your chin to your chest. Drishti to navel, feel a length in the back of the neck. Walking your dog now. Feel a lovely stretch from the Achilles all the way up the calves. Really enjoy That lovely stretch. Clicking out the ankles. Work into the toes if you feel. So come right up onto the toes. And then wagging your tail side to side. Rainbow arching the heels as you roll over the toes. Take a little pause on one side. And then on the other, just feel the stretch down the side body. Back to the center. Looking forwards. Slowly walk your feet up to the top of the mat. Take your left foot behind the right, so right foot over left. And hang in ragdoll so you've crossed your legs and see how that feels. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. And then release the arms down. Twist to the right. Little twist to the left. It's a lot more strong in the legs than just having the feet separate, and then switching to the other side. Take a little twist to the right. Little twist to the left. You'll feel this in the hips. And to center. Take the feet hip distance apart. And then placing the hands down to the floor. Push the hands into the floor. And have a little play with stretching out the backs of the legs. Bending and stretching. Scooping the belly up. Keep engaging into the abdominal area. And then taking your hands onto your shins. A little flat back. Gaze forwards. Scoop the belly up. And then releasing down. See how the backs of the legs are starting to stretch out. And now lifting the toes. Lift the toes. And then place them down mindfully into the mat. Bend into the knees. Allow the arms, the head to hang heavy as you start to curl yourself up to standing. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra, with the head arriving last. Standing with your feet together or hip distance apart. Mountain pose. Stacking the body from the feet upwards, all the way up to the crown of the head. Lifting the inner arches, so a nice neutral ankle position, so you're not rolling the ankles in or out. Neutral ankles. Look down to your feet. Begin to engage into the thighs. Neutralize your pelvis. Engage into the belly, into your bandhas. Roll the shoulders back and down. Going to reach the arms up to the sky, alongside the ears. Palms the hands together. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, reaching over towards your left, creating that lovely sort of banana shape with the body. Keep your arms alongside your ears. Then inhale to center. Exhale over to the right. This is called swaying palm tree. Inhale to center. See if you feel any difference left side, right side. And move with your breath. One more each side. And then floating the arms back down. We're going to take tree pose now, Vrikshasana. So the first standing balance of the day. Right foot, right leg, rooted into the earth. Imagine yourself as a tree. So imagine you have strong roots, reaching down to the earth, stabilizing roots, and then think of your standing leg as a strong, steady trunk, which extends obviously up through the body and then reaches up into your branches. So find your spot on the floor for your drishti, your gaze, to help you focus with your balance, and also it keeps you focused attention-wise. First, slowly drawing in your left knee towards your chest. Just lift it as high as you can. Remember, there's no competition, no ego here. Dropping your nose to touch your knee if you can. And then placing that left foot wherever you need to. The big toe can touch the floor. It doesn't have to be placed on the leg. Take it onto the inner calf, not onto the knee, however, because that puts pressure on the knee joint. So it's always above or below the knee. Pushing it into the side of the inner thigh, if that feels okay. Taking your hands into Samastitihi in the heart center. And then breathing and moving and growing your branches lifting up to the sky. You can sway your branches in the wind. If you wobble, it's okay. You will always come back to standing. So move in whichever way you wish. Steady your tree, steady your trunk, and reach those roots down into the earth. Bring your hands down back to your heart center. Let's hold it here for a few breaths. Strong, steady tree. And then without dropping that left foot down to the floor, let's extend the leg forwards. Flex the foot, squeeze into the thigh, hold. And then with control, lowering it back down. Left side. Setting up your roots into the earth, big toe particular. Strong leg, squeeze into the thigh, into that glute, into the abdominals, all the way up, long spine, crown of the head reaching up to the sky. Bringing your chest, keeping the chest lifted if you can, and bringing the knee in. Bringing your nose down to touch the knee. This might be your more wobbly side. It certainly is for me. It's my left leg is not as strong. So remember, toe to floor, to calf, or onto the inner thigh. Keep your drishti focus. And keep breathing, checking you keep breathing. Keeping the flow of energy. Imagine the energy lifting up from the earth, through your feet, through your roots, through your trunk, up to the crown of the skull, up to the crown of the head, and then to the tips of your branches. Sway your branches side to side. Standing in a beautiful windy place, maybe on top of a mountain. And maybe you're a palm tree swaying by the ocean. Or you're in a forest. Just picture a place that you love. And then hands back to your heart center. Gather your energy back to your heart center, that place of love and gratitude. And then extend your right leg forwards, flexing the foot, squeeze into the thigh. And then releasing that foot slowly with super control back down to the floor. Well done. Give your legs a little shake out. So now we're going to take 3 sun salutations. You feel warm already? I certainly do. Feet together or hip distance apart, you choose, starting in your Tadasana mountain pose. Inhale, sweep your arms wide. Feel the energy lift from your feet to the crown of the head, then up to your hands. Look up. Exhale, open your arms wide and swan dive down over the legs. Plant the hands, bend the knees if you need to, into your Uttanasana. Breath in for the half lift, so fingertips to earth or hands to shins, gaze forwards. Hold the breath, plant the hands, hop, step or jump back into your plank. Strong plank, don't that space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower down, knees, chest, chin if you need to, or taking chaturanga if you feel ready and warm. Inhale, up dog or salambasana, locust. Exhale, draw navel to spine. Going through Bidalasana to downward facing dog if you need to, or transition all the way to Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Ujjayi breath, in and out, strong and steady. Fluid movements, fluid flow of energy. Energy and breath together. Uniting your body with your breath, with your energy, with your spirit. On a breath in, bend in your knees, come onto the balls of the feet, look forwards, exhale to hop, step lightly up to the top. Inhale for your half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Draw your head down towards your knees. Root the feet into the earth, feel the energy lift upwards, up through the legs to the top of the head, then up to your hands. Exhale, forward fold, flow with your breath. Inhale, half lift. Hold the breath to plant the hands firmly. Hop, step and jump back into Phalangasana plank. Exhale, lower, hover above the mat if you're doing your Chaturanga. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Lift your heart upwards. Exhale, navel to spine. Draw those hips back. Flip the feet. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Drishti to navel, navel to spine. Soften into the face, into the joints of the knees. Don't need to lock them out. And the elbows and shoulders. Next breath in, bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, hop, step, jump up lightly. Inhale for your half lift. Forward fold deeply, exhale. Inhale, sweeping the arms wide, lifting the energy up to your hands. Look up. Urdhva Hastasana, exhale, forward fold. Last time, inhale, upward facing, half lift. So lifting upwards with your gaze and heart, plant the hands, hold the breath as you jump or step into your plank and lower your way, your control, your body, your practice. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's all fill the, fill the lungs here, fill them up on a deep breath in. Then open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Inhale. Sigh it out. Lion's breath on this last one. Let go of anything that doesn't serve you. Bending the knees on an inhale, look forwards. Exhale, jump or hop to the top. Inhale to lift, heart gaze and chest. And then exhale, forward fold. Sweeping the arms wide. Let's take a little micro back bend at the top. Hips forwards, arms back. And then back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a nice deep breath in, carefully stepping your left foot back into Ashta Chandrasana. So the left heel stays lifted. Let's sink the hips down and then lift up with the arms. Imagine you have a ball of energy between your hands, lifting up. Look up to that ball of energy, that swirling ball of energy. Make it a color if you want. Or it can be like a white crystalline ball or like a disco ball of light. Squeeze into the thigh, the back leg, push into the front, big toe. From here, we're going to reach our arms to the side. It's like you're going to aeroplane your arms to the side and start to and lift your weight forwards into the standing leg, your right leg, and lift the left leg hip height. You can either point the toe or flex the foot, whichever feels more comfortable for you, but reaching those arms outwards to the side. It's like you're flying. 2 more steady breaths. Slowly, slowly dropping your left foot back down to the ground, coming back to Ashta Chandrasana for 1 breath, and then stepping your feet together, back to the top. Let's go the other way, other leg, carefully stepping your right foot back. Stay on the ball of the back foot, strengthen into that thigh, so squeeze into that right thigh and bend into the front leg, lifting the energy up between the hands. Look up to your ball of spinning energy. Sink the hips a little lower if you can. Two more breaths. And then your wings. Spread your wings wide and start to bring your weight forwards into your left foot as you lift the right leg up, hip height. Your gaze is slightly forwards. We're flying above the clouds. Squeeze into that standing leg thigh, push into the big toe. Spread your fingers wide. Feel energized and strong. 2 more breaths. Bend a little bit into the standing leg and drop the right foot back down. 1 breath. Ashta Chandrasana, look up. Exhale, frame the front foot. step your left foot back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Straight away, jump forwards or step forwards and come into half lift. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. And then taking your hands, clasp your hands behind you. Bend into the legs. Drop your belly down to your thighs and your head down towards your knees. So there's a little bit of balance needed here. Squeeze the legs together, bring the feet together. 5 breaths. Two more. Then into Utkatasana. Reach the arms forwards. Chair pose. Scoop the belly up. Look between your hands. Hold that glowing spinning ball of energy between your hands. And then standing back up. Taking a step with your left foot back, we're going to come into Trikonasana. So have your feet fairly wide apart, lining up centrally, front heel along the central line to line up with the back inner arch. And then take your arms wide. Reach your fingertips are far apart. And then reach, so somebody's pulling you by your right fingertips to the side. Reach, reach, reach. And then take that hand down to somewhere alongside the knee or calf. And then drawing your left arm up, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock the arms. Keep the bottom tucked in. So push the hips forward so that they don't stick out behind you. So tuck it under and then look up to your top hand. So we don't need to go all the way down to the floor like this. It can be higher up. Rather have that sense of lifting with the top fingertips up to the sky, then dumping down into this right hand. Take your right hand to your heart center now and then look up to your top hand. 2 more breaths here. Squeeze and lift into your side body. And then we're going to look down to your right foot and transition into half moon. So that block at the front right there, you can place your hand onto the block. Take your hand onto the block and then lift. So use your block for support either on its end or on its side. You choose how far down you want to go. You can even take the hands down to the floor. You're taking your hip and leg into alignment. So the leg is kind of parallel to the floor and you're 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, your arms. Look up to your top hand, a light touch onto that block if possible. So you're feeling a sense of lifting rather than dumping down into the block. 2 more breaths. You can flex the foot of the lifted leg to squeeze into that thigh, engage strongly into the leg, then bend into your front leg and stepping back to Warrior 2. Look to your front hand, bend into the knee, and then windmill the left arm overhead, frame the front foot, push into the hands, taking a vinyasa. Exhale, lower down, up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale. Let's do that all on the other side. I'm going to turn around to the other side so I don't have my back to you. So we've got down dog, bend the knees, hop, step or jump forwards, half lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Arms sweep wide, lifting up to the sky, Ardha Hastasana, back to Samasthiti Tadasana. So now we have stepping the right foot back, left leg forwards, straighten the legs, reach the arms. Doing our Trikonasana first. So reaching the left hand, it's like you're trying to jut this right hip out without sticking the bottom out behind you. Keep it tucked under, so reach, reach, reach. Then down you go, find that place for the hand. Not too low down, so we want to keep the right shoulder rolled back. Sometimes as you reach too far forwards, the chest starts to dump down, so we want to lift and reach up to the sky with this right hand. Look up to your top hand and then take your hand to your heart center. That means you're not dumping down. So there's a sense of lifting and extending upwards. Squeeze the thighs, It's almost like you're pulling the legs together. One more big breath in. Look down to your front foot. Left hand reaches to your block and step your weight into your left foot, lifting the right leg up to the sky. Hip height. That leg now parallel to the floor. Reaching the arm up to the sky. Flex your lifted foot. Look up to the sky. Look up to your hand. Squeeze and lift. 2 more breaths. Then bending into the front leg, carefully lowering down. Let's take a warrior 2. Sink the hips down, reach the hands forwards. Check your front foot. It's not beyond the knee, or the knee isn't beyond the ankle. Then windmilling the arm overhead. Vinyasa, keeping the energy flowing. Exhale, lower. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Take 2 breaths there. I'm going to switch around to the other side again. This time I'm going to take a breath in, right leg to the sky. Step the right leg forwards. Drop the left heel. Let's take a warrior 2 for 1 breath. And then extended side angle. So forearm to thigh. Diagonal shape on the left side of the body. Roll that left shoulder back. Hold something precious to start with in your right hand. Sink a little lower into the hips. Take the feet a little wider if you need to. Hand down to the ankle if you want to sink a little lower. We're going to go into that bird of paradise. You know, the one. Arm reaches behind the back first. You can take hold of the thigh or the hip. And then that right arm can wrap under the leg. So if you can't bind here from this point, step your left foot in and take the bind this way. So we're going to be standing on the left foot. So that's your standing leg. Find a spot on the floor and then slowly coming up. Take it easy. If you wobble, that's okay. Just start up. Again, give it another go. You can extend your leg. Then bring it down gracefully as you can. Right foot forwards, left foot back. Back to your Utthita Parsvakonasana. Let's take a twist here, a version. So it's like you're doing a runner's lunge. Take your hands onto your thigh, and then your hands to your heart center, and then twisting your left elbow across your right knee. If you feel you need to drop the left knee down and take your twist this way, then do so. But try to extend and lift that left knee off the mat. Take your hands towards your heart center and look over your right shoulder. Really squeeze into that lifted leg thigh, the left thigh. Pushing into the standing big toe of the front foot. That's the supporting, balancing toe there. 1 more breath in. Look down your front foot. Plant the hands. Let's get down to the other side. Take yourself into a down dog. Exhale. And then we're going to come forwards into warrior 2 for 1 breath. And then extend a side angle. I have my back to you, but that's okay. Maybe it's good to see it from the reverse. So here we go. Reaching diagonal line from the outer right blade of the foot to the tips of the right fingers. Roll your right shoulder back. Hold something precious in that left hand. Taking it down a little deeper. Sinking the hips a little deeper. Holding onto the left ankle. Then wrapping the right arm behind the back. Reach towards your left thigh, left hip. And then this is where we bind underneath with the left hand under the leg. So this is a bound extended side angle. Hop your right foot in. That's going to be your standing leg. Now, if you didn't do the bind, take the bind this way, underneath the left leg, hands together. Set up your standing leg, big toe, right foot, and then slowly lift. Come up as high as you can. Remember, there's no competition here. Lift your chest. Find a spot on the floor for your drishti. Extend your leg. Bring it down. And then taking little steps if you need to get back to your extended side angle. Framing the front foot. Going to twist to the other side now, so drop your right knee if you need to set this one up, or keep it extended. Hands to heart center, twisting, right knee across left elbow, squeeze into the right leg thigh, taking your hands to your heart center, look over your left shoulder. This is very strong, so if you need to drop the knee, drop the knee. Oop. Lost my balance there for a moment. I was looking at the screen. That's not the place for my drishti. One more deep breath in and out. Look down to your front foot. Unbind the arms, frame the front foot. Come into plank, let's vinyasa. Up to standing again. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Just one breath. Hop, step, or jump forwards, whichever you need. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Arms sweep wide. Lift up. Look up. Hands back down to heart center. Standing on one leg. Left leg first. Take a strap around your right foot, or holding onto the big toe of the right foot with the peace fingers of the right hand. Find a spot on the floor. So you have your left hand on your left hip. See, my breath is a little bit ragged now. I can feel my energy really, really strong. So reaching forwards with your right leg. Folding down that little bit can. If you can kiss the knee, kiss the knee. Other side, right hand, right hip. Squeeze into the standing leg. We've got to do about 5 breaths if you can. This is strong balance. Use a strap around the foot if you can't reach with the peace fingers to the big toe. Kiss your knee if you can. Lovely knee. Love you. And then foot down. Dancers, when we don't practice very often. Standing leg, left leg. Find your balance, find your drishti. Grab hold of your right foot. So you're drawing your right foot in towards the buttock. Take your peace finger, your pointer finger and thumb together. Reach your arm forwards. So you bring your weight forwards. And gently push, or strongly push the foot into the hand behind you. 3 more breaths. And switching to the other side. Really helps to push the thumb and finger together. It's kind of like an energetic lock there. A bind. Standing foot, right leg, holding onto the left foot. So you're reaching the arms forwards as you push the foot into the hand. It's like a counterbalance of the two. A little micro bend in the standing leg knee if needs be. Don't lock out the leg. And then we're going to take a little eagle. Lots of balancing today. Very challenging. I haven't done this for many, many weeks. So right leg wraps over left and behind the calf. If that is not something good for your knees, then take the figure of 4 option with the hand to heart center. Dropping the hips down, keeping the chest lifted. Drishti spot for the floor. Or you do the wrap of the legs and the opposite bind of the arm. So the right leg's on top, so therefore the right arm goes underneath the left. You can set the arms up first if you find it easier, and then take the leg action together. Squeeze into the belly, push into the standing big toe. Look on the floor to that spot and focus. 2 more breaths. And release other side. So figure of 4 or the full bind. So remember, left leg on top, left arm goes underneath. Squeeze into the abdominal area, keep the chest lifted, bend if you can, drop the hips down. Maybe a little lift a bit higher of the arms. Feel that stretch across the back of the shoulders, shoulder blade to shoulder blade. 2 more breaths. Release the binds. Come back to standing to the top of the mat. Step your left foot back now. Not too far apart, but take the feet hip distance so we're not lined centrally. Taking your left foot at a 45-degree angle, and the right foot is pointing to the top of the mat. Send your hips to point forwards to the top of the mat. Taking a choice of 2 binds of the arms, either reverse your prayer or clasp opposite elbows. We're going to take a breath in to lift the chest, heart and gaze, and then exhale, squeezing into the thighs, so bringing the legs as though energetically towards each other. We're going to fold down over the right leg. The lovely stretch into the right leg hamstring, and send your left hip forwards and your right hip back, scoop the belly up. Gaze your drishti down to your shin or your big toe, right big toe. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Two more breaths. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Take a little breath in, come halfway up, flatten the back, release the bind of the arms, and take your hand down either to the block or onto the outside of your right foot. So left hand onto a block on the outside of the foot. If you need that little bit of extra height, or take the hand down onto the floor. Take your right hand onto your right hip, roll the right shoulder back, opening the chest to the side. Now you can stay here. You don't have to lift the arm up, but if you feel you can, lift the arm up to the sky. Parivrtta Trikonasana, revolve, triangle. Squeeze the thighs towards each other, particularly the inner thighs. It's like you're trying to pull the legs together. Scoop the belly up. Really lift into your Uddiyana Bandha and your Mula Bandha. One more big breath in and out. Exhale, look down to your front foot. Take your hands down, step your left foot forwards, and now the right foot is back. Hands on the hips. Your feet hip distance apart and not too far apart, so not too long a stance, not as far apart as our warrior positions. Send the hips forward, so clock them forwards. Take your bind of your arms behind your back as you did before. Reverse prayer or clasping opposite elbows. Roll the shoulders back and down, open up across the chest. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine, then folding from the hip creases down over the left leg, drishti to big toe or shin. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, scoop the belly up, right hip forward, push that hip forwards and pull the left hip back. Pull the inner thighs towards each other, nice and strong. Ujjayi breath, 3 more, in and out. Flow with your breath. And then taking your right hand, release your arms onto your hips, just lift up and set the left hand onto your hip. Left hip, right hand onto a block outside of the left foot, so you can push into that block or take your hand to the floor. Roll your left shoulder back, squeeze your thighs towards each other, open the chest to the side. Any difference left side, right side? I notice it more on one side than the other. That's completely normal. Squeeze and lift, navel to spine. Look up to your top hand. It's almost like you're feeling a lift as somebody's pulling your fingertips up to the sky. 2 more breaths. Then exhale, look down to your front foot. Let's frame it. Step your foot back into a down dog. Take 2 breaths here. Bend the knees, hop, step or jump forwards. Little inhale. It's for half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Open the arms wide. Lifting up to the sky. Hands to heart center. I'm going to do a few more little standing postures. And then down to the mat. Take a big step back for 1 big breath into Ashta Chandrasana. And then reaching forwards, this time, not airplane to the side, but reach the arms forwards into Warrior 3. Don't drop the left leg down. So balancing on your right foot, take your right hand to your right foot, big toe, left foot, big toe. Going to take a revolved balance here. And then come down to your half moon. Drop the foot down. Step the right foot back. Little Ashtha Chandrasana, left side. One big breath. Reach forwards. Warrior 3. Reach the arms forwards, lift that back leg, hip height. Don't drop the foot down. Left hand grabs hold of the foot, straighten the leg as much as you can, then reach the right arm back. Then down to a half moon. Left hand down to the floor onto a block. Open yourself up to the right side. Look up to your right hand. Step your feet together. And let's take ourselves into California twinkle toes. Coming up. Palms of the hands up to the sky like you're doing a reverse handstand. Squeeze the thighs together. Balancing on your tippy toes. 5 breaths. Reaching up, up, up. 5, 4, 3. Squeeze the thighs. 2, 1. Swan dive down. Inhale to lift. Plant the hands. Hop, step, jump back. Then drop to the knees. Into Balasana, child's pose. Well done, everybody. Check in with your breath. Feel your heart beating. Feel the energy flowing within you. Coming up to a brief seated, like Virasana child's pose. Drop your hips to the right. Keep your legs folded under, but to the left. Take hold of your left leg. Take a little seated twist. Looking over your left shoulder. Keep the spine long and tall. Then take it over to the other side. So drop your hips to the left, feet, legs to the right. Taking hold of the right foot and the right shin. Look over your right shoulder. A little Gomukhasana. Keep that left leg folded under. Taking the right leg over the top. Draw your feet in as close as possible to the buttocks. If you need to sit on a block, then place a block underneath. Lengthen the spine. Let's fold our hands behind our back this time for a change. So wrapping the hands behind the back, then folding down. Lifting the arms up. Inhale to lift. Right arm reaches up, left hand reaches up towards it. Use your strap if you need to, and then fold down again. Ujjayi, breath in and out. Flow with your breath. Flow the energy around the body. Keep the elbow away from the head, so keeping the spine long and tall. Lengthening, extending. Inhale to come up. Let's switch sides. So tilting your weight back. Release the feet and legs. Right leg underneath, left leg on top. Fold the feet in. Sit on a block if you need to. Let's first take the hands behind the back, opening the chest up, and then exhale forward. Just a few breaths here. And then we'll do the cow face pose for the arms. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Fold it down to reach between the shoulder blades, and the right hand wraps up from behind, clasping your fingers or grabbing hold of the strap. Lift and lengthen, and then exhale. Down we go, over the legs. Keep always engaging into the belly, supporting the lower back. Also creating space. Two more breaths. Then inhale to lift. Legs wide. Pop yourselves onto a block if you need to, if it makes it feel more comfortable. Flex the feet. Reach the arms forward, so hinging from the hip creases, down and forwards. Reach, reach, reach. Grab hold of my hands. Reach a little bit more. Place the hands down if you want. Come onto your spider fingers. Or reach the hands over to the feet. Release any tension in the face, the neck, the shoulders. Let's hold here for 5 deep breaths, really focusing on exhaling, letting go. On your next breath in, slowly coming up, bring your feet together, legs together, reaching up, reaching forwards, clasping underneath your feet, alongside your feet, a strap. Could even take, if you're feeling very bendy and stretchy in the hamstring, can take a block to reach beyond the feet. Grow the spine long and tall, just lengthen and lift a little bit, then exhale, release down. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Focusing on drawing the navel to spine, belly to thighs, chest to knees. It's like trying to reach your head towards your feet. Relax into the shoulders, not tensing up into the arms. It's not about force. It's about flow, fluid flow of movement, energy moving like water, freely, without any hindrance, without any blockages. 2 more breaths in and out. And then taking yourself into Halasana and then up into a shoulder stand. So rolling slowly, slowly with the knees bent to start, roll onto your backs. Taking your hands down alongside your hips. Push into the floor with the hands so you can roll up onto the shoulders. Do not move your head from side to side. Taking your knees to your forehead, support them there whilst you set up the hands. You can extend the legs behind into plow, toes touch down, then squeeze into the thighs, straighten the legs. You can keep supporting your lower back if that feels like it needs the support, or clasping the hands, so reaching the hands away, so opposite direction to your legs. So from here, you can actually lift into your shoulder stand with your arms extended, clasped behind you, or taking your hands to your lower back to support and push the hips up to the sky. Take 10 breaths there. Squeeze into your bandhas, chin to chest, navel to spine, and your Mula Bandha. Floint or point the toes, your choice. Another couple of breaths. Enjoying this inversion, getting the blood flowing, some lymphatic drainage. If you have blood pressure issues, this is not recommended. Drawing your knees down gently towards your forehead. You can even take a little Karnapidasana from here, where the legs drop down either side of the ears. Release the hands to the floor, palms facing down, and fold down, slowly rolling down through the spine. Coming into fish pose, Matsyasana, so the bottom lands on the tops of the hands. Squeeze into the belly, squeeze into the thighs as you lower the legs with control. Push into the elbows, lift the chest up. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then slowly, gently dropping the crown of the head back down to the floor. Keeping a space in the back of the neck, so you're not over squeezing the back of the neck. Deep belly breaths. Squeeze the thighs, point the toes. Then push into the elbows. Really push to lift the head gently, gently, gently. Don't strain the neck. Look to your toes. And then roll down onto your backs. And take any position that you feel is most comfortable. You can have the knees folding in towards each other, the feet wider than your hips, arms in cactus, arms away from the body, hands on the heart center and onto the tummy, hands both onto the tummy. Lots of options. You can even take Supta Baddha Konasana. Rocking the hips from side to side if you're taking this option. It's really nice, massaging across the back of the hips. Maybe a little roll of the head, left to right. But closing the eyes. Pop on a jumper if you need to, a sweater, or taking a blanket to cover you. Don't get cold. Pop some socks on. Find your comfortable place. You can prop up under the knees. If the backs of the legs don't like being overextended, put a bolster or a cushion there, or even just pop your blocks behind the knees. Sometimes the lower back wants to arch away from the floor, so that's why it's quite good to tilt the pelvis anteriorly or posteriorly, and take the knees together and the feet apart. So when you do that, you can feel the lower back pushing into the floor. It can be a bit more comfortable if you have lower back issues. Closing the eyes now and gifting yourself a few moments of relaxation. Checking in on how you feel, how your energy is flowing around the body. You've moved the energy around. Fresh, new, white, bright, pure energy. Relaxing every muscle of the face, clenching the jaw, softening the whole face, smoothing it out. Relaxing into the throat and the neck, into the shoulders. Allow the body to sink into the floor. It's like you're sinking into warm sand. Feeling fully supported, let go. Let go of any tightness or tension. Softening the arms, the elbows, down to the hands. Feeling completely relaxed, letting go. Focusing, turning your attention to your chest, your upper back, your belly, your abdomen, the lower back. Soften there. Allowing the body to feel heavy, sinking into the floor, into the ground, into your mat. Circling your attention around the hips, glutes, buttocks, groin area. Releasing, softening there, letting go. Softening into the thighs, the hamstring, into the knees, shins, calves, and ankles. Down to the heels, the arches of the feet, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, and the toes. On a breath in now, nice long breath in, feel the energy lift from your feet all the way up through the legs. Track energy flow from the feet to the legs, through the body to the crown of the head. And then exhale as you flow the energy down from the crown of the head down to the arms, to the fingertips, to the palms of the hands. Do that 3 more times in your own breath. So breathe in for roughly a count of 4 from your feet to the crown of the head. Flow the energy up. And then exhale, flow the energy from the crown of the head down to the hands. See it like fresh crystalline water flowing through the body, purifying and cleansing you. Refreshing, positive breath. Refreshing, positive energy. Coming back to our metta. May I be well. May we all be well. May the world be well. May I be loved. May we all be loved. May the world be loved. May I be safe. May we all be safe. May the whole world be safe. May I be at peace. May we all be at peace. May the whole world be at peace. Feeling love and gratitude to yourself, for your practice, and to the universe out there. The universe out there that connects to you and to each and every one of us. Every living thing, the trees, the animals, the earth, every living organism. It's in the light, it's in the air, it surrounds us all. Feel connected to the universe with your breath, with your energy. Slowly wiggling your fingers and toes and stretching your legs. Stretch your arms overhead. Give yourself a glorious stretch here. Take a few deep breaths in and out, maybe sighing the breath out. Inhale to stretch. Exhale, release. One more. Stretch on the breath in. Exhale, sigh the breath out. Then rolling over onto your right side. And then slowly coming up to seated when you're ready. Maybe taking your cushion, keeping your gaze low or your eyes closed. Take a cushion or block and come back to that Hero's Virasana pose that we started with. And taking note of how you feel now. Sitting tall, but softening into the arms, neck, shoulders, face. Taking your hands together to your heart center, the place where love and gratitude reside. May your love and gratitude grow and strengthen and spread your whole body and then outwards to the universe, touching your loved ones, everything and everyone around you. May you love and receive love. Love being the greatest frequency, the greatest vibration there is. The light in me honors the light in you, friends. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and a weekend ahead. And I'll see you here again next week. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you. Bless you all. Love you all. Look after yourselves and look after everyone and everything around you. Have a blessed day. Take care. Bye.